What's going on, everybody? Good to see everybody. Going to wait for John. He's running a few minutes behind. Got to do some things, and he'll be joining us to talk about the new collaboration soap with Murphy and McNeil. So in the meantime, I'll wait for more people to join, and we'll kind of go from there. Hope everybody's enjoying the Sunday evening. Back to work tomorrow. Hey, we got Dave Callie, we got DJ. Good to see you guys. Just waiting on the man himself to join so we can get started on this. Mr. John to talk about the new Murphy and McNeil release coming up on July 13th. I will be purchasing this set myself. It's pretty exciting looking, actually. How's everybody doing this evening? Yo, what's going on? Good to see ya. Just waiting on John to show up. You guys aware of the new set, I'm sure. But I wanted to get some more information on it too. Trying to figure out what was going on. What's going on, everybody? Jason, Benjamin, good to see ya. Not much, man. Just waiting on the man himself to show up. No drinks tonight. I went out last night with a friend and got really drunk. And at 36 years old, waking up with a hangover is no fun. So, yeah, not today. I'm too old for that shit. Ooh. Oh, that sounds brutal. 3 hours of sleep last night and worked all day. sounds like you could use a drink tonight, or a good shave anyway. Man, I need to figure out a way to get this lighting set up correctly so it's not like taking up my personal space. Yo, what's up, Steven? Good to see you. I got wires and stuff everywhere. I've got a big softbox hanging off of my shower rod here. Hey, what's up, April? I've got LED lights above my mirror, and then I've got one down here on the counter shining back at the wall, and then I've got a fourth one that I just honestly have nowhere to put right now. I don't have anywhere to put these damn things. So, making do with what I got right now. You can see here, here's one. They're really bright. Thanks, bud. I appreciate that. You like it, huh? Yeah, it's pretty nice, but it's kind of a pain. Hey, what's up, Herzog? Good to see ya. Still waiting on John. He said he's running a couple minutes behind, so no big deal. Just thought I'd get on and get the crowd in, and I'll just sit here and entertain as best as I can anyway, I guess. Anybody got any new mail calls lately? Anything coming out you're looking for or wanting? I picked up the new Zingari tribe set. I picked up the Haberdasher, which I just did the video today of, and Kopali. I don't think I have anything else coming right now. Well, oh, speak of the devil, there he is. All right, waiting for him to join real quick. Mr. Cologne is here. What's up, brother? Good to see you, Glenn. Slave to the shave. So this is waiting for John to join. When you see my invite pop up, just accept that. Frogere Angelique in August. Who's that by? It looks blue. Yes, it is definitely blue in here. I was just telling people I got some new LED lights. Got 4 of these guys here. Got them all over my bathroom. I don't want to blind anybody, but man, they are bright, but they're helping add some depth to the bathroom. Oh, what's going on with John here? Let's try this again. Hold on. Let me try and add him again. See if that works. Show these in here. Oh, there we go. Hey, Timmy Two Shades. What's up, brother? Yo, there's the man himself.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I was having some technical difficulties.
Hey, no worries. So how's it going this evening, John?
It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Yeah, obviously we got some important stuff to me to talk about. So.
Absolutely.
Where you want to start at?
Let's get into it. Let's talk about the collaboration, what sparked the interest to make the collaboration, and just kind of go from there.
Well, okay, it all started, let's see, Rafa did, Dapper Man was the first one that I remember Rafa and I getting together and talking about. That was his project, and I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments.
No, you're fine.
So anyway, Rafa and I started out talking when he did Dapper Man, and at first it just kind of started out as something of a little bit of a whim, and we started talking back and forth, and quickly realized that both of us were pretty dry, sarcastic, and we had both a pretty good love for life. It was not a whole lot bugged us, and once the Dapper Man got done, we both said, you know what, it'd be kind of cool if we got together and did one together on it. And it started, we really talked about a lot of the niche fragrances, a lot of stuff that we liked that we hadn't seen in soaps yet. And that's kind of what we chase after. We don't want to do something that somebody's already done or that we've seen out there. So that kind of started it. And so once we figured out a scent, we went with Barbershop de los Muertos.
Okay.
And that's where we released the BDLM. We only did about 50 sets of that one. The oils, that was our first one together. The oils that I sourced on that one wound up costing a lot more than what we were planning on. Plus, it was hard to track everything down and source the quality that we wanted. We worked with Brian Prostlewaite on that one. He did a great job on it. The folks that got it loved it. We got good reviews, and even in the middle of that project, we had probably 14, 15 more that, we had dreamed up already. And then we kind of gave it a rest for a while. Rafa he went on a hiatus, came back, and we got back together, started talking, and quickly forgot how much we despised each other and working together on stuff. So we decided to do it again. And, we went through a couple of different artisans that we both like and we both enjoy and we talk to. I had gotten a couple of the soaps from Bill at Murphy and McNeil. Absolutely loved them, and a lot of people can't believe that he's literally, he's just started out, and he hit everything in stride, and he really took off with a great first go at it. And he's a Texas guy, just like I am. And we talked with Josh a little bit, and Josh kind of put me and Bill together. And Bill's like, "Yeah, I'm for it. Let's do something and let's get on with it." So Rafa does the designs, and he does all the whirring and the anal retentiveness. And I'm the kind of scent guy. I pick out what I want, and we kind of go back and forth on it. And we agree, and we move on from there. And in all of our designs, you're going to see some type of a skull element.
Sure.
I can't tell you why we went with that skull element, but just about everything we do, even when you see my logo, it's got my cigars. Those that follow me on Instagram, they know I love my cigars. I love my whiskey, and I still do the shaving. That's it's a hobby that's brought a lot of good people, a lot of good friends into my life. So.
Absolutely. It's connected a lot of people from around the world even, it's fun, and it's, regardless if you're doing it for a cause or just, two buddies that want to release a product, either way, it's still awesome to see it, the planning stages and then coming to fruition and then coming to the market. And seeing that you guys have been doing this, I know, at least to my knowledge, there hasn't been many exposures done with people trying to make a collab. It's just kind of, hey, guess what? We've been working on this and now it's coming out. So I wanted to take the opportunity to seize it with either you or Rafa to talk about it, and so more people were aware of what's coming up.
Sure, yeah, and that's one of the things. Our first one we did, we talked a little bit in and amongst those that follow us and a couple of people that we know. This one, when we started talking with Bill, and actually, we planned on doing another small one and just kind of keep it. Everybody wants to chase what we can't get. All of us are guilty of that to a point. And it's not that we wanted to create something exclusive again that nobody could get a hold of or anything, but we just we like keeping it kind of small. It feels a little bit more intimate, And so when we talked about this one with Bill, he was like, "Oh no, man, we're going to make like 42,000 soaps. We're getting, And Bill was really the driving factor, and he's been a hell of a good dude to work with. A lot of fun. Awesome. Very, very, very patient guy too. He's just as excited about this, and rightfully so. I mean, he's got a lot invested in this one, and it kind of sounds cliche, but it's fun. It's still fun, and that's the whole reason. Absolutely. that's the whole reason why we're doing it. And when it quits being fun, that's when you probably won't see us do anything else again. You know, it's
Sure, understandable.
yeah, you know, and it's at the end of the day, some folks are going to love this, some folks aren't going to like it, and that's just the way that it goes sometimes. And
Oh, yeah.
you know, I worry about it to a point, you know, but at the same time, it you know, we kind of joke around, and my saying is, it happens, you know, and Rafa's
Yep.
obviously it's just soap. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. But there's so much more behind it. There's a friendship from, you know, Rafa and I are complete polar opposite people, but we get along so well, and it's a mutual respect. And a lot of the folks
Yeah.
that are friends with me and talk to me quite a bit, you know, they'll tell you it's I respect everybody until I'm proven otherwise, and that's just
Sure.
how I live my everyday life. And so to find a group of guys that can get together and do that, and we can argue, we can, you know, fight like a married couple, and at the end of the day, we move on with it and keep going. So
Yeah.
that's
So how did you guys decide on this particular scent that you're putting in the soap?
you know, like earlier, the scents have kind of been my forte. That's where I come in. Now,
Okay.
obviously, I'm not some kind of a guru when it comes to them. I know what I like. And
Sure.
so we'll come up with a list. Both of us will come up with a list. We'll start talking about it. And, you know, from there, we'll start narrowing it down, grab some samples, wear them for a while, see what we really like about it. And on this one, you know, Rafa kind of said, hey, grab something and run with it. And I had gotten this sample of the Creed Viking scent quite some time back, and literally had forgotten about it. But as soon as I found it again and I smelled it, it was, you know, that feeling just, it came back. And this was, this scent is, for me, it's amazing. I guess the easiest way is it's familiar, but it's also so much different than anything else that I like. There's some spice to it. There's a little bit of crispness, and you know, that's where the whole theme came through. And obviously with Murphy and McNeil, he does a lot of the Irish, Scottish, a lot of that stuff. So just that's kind of, we try to tie everything in together.
That's awesome. So how many different variations do you think you went through before you finally settled on the final fragrance?
So, you know, once we picked out the fragrance that we want and we were able to source what we needed for it, Bill went ahead and he whipped up a batch of it. The concentrations on the particular oils weren't quite where we wanted it. You know, some folks want to open up that jar of soap and they just want to be like, you know, blown out of the bathroom with the scent. Other ones, they want to search for it a little bit. And I'm kind of a middle of the road kind of person. You know, when I use something, I want to be able to catch different notes of it. I don't want it like smacking me in the face the whole time. I want to be able to catch a little bit of whiff of this note, maybe get some of that and mix it all together. Yeah, you know, that way it kind of lingers around a little bit. And so Bill went back, he upped the strength on it. And now I'm not, I don't have sensitive skin by any means. But we got to a point where we were worried because of some of the, especially like the spicy, there's almost like a cinnamon to it. We were worried that some folks were going to be sensitive to it if we went way too strong. So
absolutely, yeah, especially some of those can be that way.
Yeah, and this is a lightly scented. If I had to give this one, yeah, again, like I said earlier, some folks aren't going to be happy. Some are going to be perfectly happy with it. When you use it, you get those notes in there. You follow it up with the aftershave. The first thing you get is going to be some of that alcohol note, and then as soon as it dries down, you start catching all those little extra notes of the actual fragrance coming through. And everybody I've talked to so far, I recommend to them, you know, as part of the release, Bill's doing the EDTs. It's going to be
nice.
kind of hard. It's going to be kind of hard to see it because there are the clear bottles, but
it's got the skull on it too. Nice.
Yep. So we've got the EDT there, and then we also, because Rafa and I both have some folks that are overseas, we wanted to do some alcohol-free. So we've got an actual parfum spray, and we've got an EDT, plus the aftershaves are available alcohol-free, and we have a balm as well. So anybody, anywhere can order them. So it's the scent itself is a light scent anyway. But it's not something that is it's not going to disappear right away. But everybody I've talked to, I've recommended grabbing the EDT, grab the Parfum spray. If you want to get more, Dewalt offers a version of this. Alexandria offers a version that doesn't cost anywhere near what the actual Creed frag
Sure.
costs.
So is this going to be like a one-off release, or are you going to have one big sale of, X number of soaps, and when it's gone, it's gone?
Yeah, what we did, and I decided to pare it down. We're going to have probably about 29 and a half soaps available, so it's going to be a rush at the beginning. But,
oh, wow.
No, I'm kidding. That's one of the things that's where Bill came in. We've got, I don't have an exact number, but there's going to be a couple hundred available. So this isn't something that, you're going to have to, when this goes on sale, I don't even remember what time it's going to go on sale. It's on the 13th, and Bill sent out an email, and the information's out there. But it's not something that you got because I got to catch my breath and think about how I want to say things, because I don't want to upset anybody, and also I don't want anybody to get frustrated. But I hear a lot of people talk about the game, and a lot of people are getting kind of tired of these mad rushes for stuff, and that's just the way it is. Each artisan's different, and they can sell, and they're going to be free to do what they want to do. And folks that want them are going to chase them, and the ones that don't aren't. And there's nothing wrong with that. So we didn't want to cause that kind of a frenzy or that frustration right off the bat. So there's going to be plenty available. Plus, there's 3 retailers that picked it up. Top of the chain in Canada, Pasteur's is going to carry it, and Maggers also is going to have some available. So
that's big, dude.
Yeah, there's 4 different places that folks can go grab these from. I encourage them, man, shop around, grab some more stuff while you're there. And again, the whole point of it is have fun while you're doing it.
Absolutely. And I like what you were saying too, how you're going to have plenty available. You're not going to have like a mad dash or do the fear tactics that people are going to miss it. It's going to be available in a good surplus, so everyone can have an opportunity to grab it. And there's not going to be that panic or that rush to try and pick it up. So yeah,
sure.
Completely get that. No, it's a good idea. I'm glad you guys are putting this together. It sounds like it's going to be very, very exciting. And I'm excited for the release coming up. I am going to be picking up the set for sure.
Yeah. And I didn't think so, but and obviously everybody, I guess, would know by now, but let me make sure I got these up here pretty straight. So this is the actual top label design, and these were, of course, designed by Rafa. He stayed within the lines, didn't eat the crayons or anything, so we did good on that. So you can kind of see on side labels, a little bit hard to see. I'll try to get a little closer here. So that's, well, it ain't going to focus, sorry. So you see this one here, that's my label or my logo. This is obviously Rafa's, which kind of design. And then we did for Bill right here in the middle as well. And it's similar to what you see on the top. I don't know if everybody can see the M&M for Murphy and McNeil on there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So anyway, this is the black label is the regular soap. And this is my personal favorite, which is the menthol. And I'm not a big menthol kind of guy.
Not either.
At all. But this one, dude, it's like Goldilocks, man. It's perfect.
Really?
It's got a chill to it, but it's not going to burn. It for summertime. Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. It's just the right amount of menthol for me, and I think a lot of folks are going to be surprised. I think they're going to enjoy that one.
Well, damn it! Now you've got me second guessing my decision.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, number one, I'm not a big menthol guy either, but I do love that black and gold label. That to me just screams premium the way it looks. Yeah. But now that you mentioned that menthol, I'm just like, oh, do I really want to try it now?
Yeah, well, as part of the design process, we were actually going to do 2 different fragrances and try to match them up a little bit. Have like the whole time we were thinking of black and white set because we were trying to narrow down fragrances. And then when we came to the part where we were trying to figure out the story to tie these 2 together, that's when Bill's like, well, why don't we do a menthol? And it's like, holy crap, yeah, let's do that. And so it was just.
Oh, I think
I wouldn't have picked the menthol.
Yeah, that's surprising. Dave Kelly said, Yost, buy both sets. You going to help me out there, Mr. Kelly? Somebody said that they're very happy that you're avoiding the FOMO craze.
And like I said, I was trying to be very, very cautious of how I said that because obviously I don't want to offend. I don't want to hurt any feelings. I don't want to, because I'm not calling anybody out. I mean, it's a free market, and I've always been that way. But I will say that there are times that, I've gotten frustrated before, and I'm like, man, screw that, dude. I'm selling all the soaps I got. I hate this guy, but it's part of the game, and that's what it is. So.
Well, and ultimately, your goal is not to sell out immediately; it's to sell as many soaps to multiple people. So by keeping it available for so many, more people will have the chance, and therefore, I think will ultimately help your sales. Just for the simple fact that people are rushing and it's gone. So I think that's really cool. It'll help me around a little bit.
Sure, and the other side of that too is I understand some of the artisans, that they're doing, some of them are doing it for fun, just like we partake in all this stuff for fun. So it's not a full-time gig for them, so they can't sit there and make 500 sets of this stuff or whatever. Sure. And then there's a lot of them too that kind of have that same mentality as me, is, man, they like to keep it a little bit more intimate. Every time I see somebody use the BD, I can't ever say the damn initials, the Barbershop de los Muertos, it's pretty cool, and that's a good one. Yeah, so there's a rhyme and reason for everybody. It's not for everybody, but hey,
Of course, and I respect that. Do you have the aftershave bottle in front of you? Can you model those off as well?
I've got both of them. So I showed you the EDT and I showed you the parfum. So this is the menthol on the aftershave. Trying to get all the good angles in there.
I love those bottles.
Yeah, the actual design of the bottles were pretty cool. I really like these from Murphy and McNeil. There's a couple others that are similar, but not quite like that. And then this is the regular version.
Man, that black label still has me sold, man. I just look at that and it just looks so cool.
Yeah, it definitely steps out there. I do like that one. And once we get through the craze of this, and like I said, I joke around about it, but usually about halfway through it, Rafa and I are about ready to kill each other. And then everything comes together, and it's fun. Now I have talked with Bill, and he said he would be good to go for it. A lot of folks know, or I say a lot of folks, those that follow me may know that I'm a firefighter for a living, and as part of that, there's been some rough patches that I've gone through in my life and my career, and so I'm really big on the mental health aspect for first responders. And my proceeds, a portion of my proceeds on the Gael Laoch are going to go to, we're going to do the Wounded Warriors, and then anything that comes towards me is going to go donation for mental health as well. But
that's awesome.
Bill is going to help me. I'm hoping we might be able to do something towards the end of the year. It might have to wait till next year, but we're looking at doing Fernatine, which is it's FIR and then NATINE. Fernatine is minifier. So that's going to be another set that I'm going to look at, and 100% of that one's going to go to first responder mental health awareness as well.
Oh, that's incredible. That's an awesome. Yes, and thank you for your service. I had a career life changing thing I wanted to do about 4 or 5 years ago. I decided I wanted to finally stop doing property management and go into firefighting, to only then find out that now I'm too old. So okay.
When at work on my shift, I've got guys, I call them kids, because what I do is I'm now a battalion chief, so I'm not the one that goes running into the burning buildings and stuff like that anymore. I show up, piss everybody off, and I go back to the station. So I've got guys anywhere from 22. One of my drivers is 50, which is older than me. So it's a young man's game, or a young person's game, I should say.
I get that. I'm not used to going somewhere and being told I'm too old to work here. Like that. It's kind of a slap in the face. I'm like, I'm 36. I'm not that old. Yeah. Like, well, for firefighter, you are. But no, I appreciate you, John, coming on. I haven't noticed any more questions than everything we've already talked about and answered. Guys, if you have any questions for John, now is the time to do it. Is there anything else you want to add about the set, or anything else you want to talk about? The floor is yours.
And I pulled it up a second ago. Let me get to it one more time here, because some of the folks have been asking me about scent notes, base notes, what have you, on that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So when we look at the top notes on Creed Viking, it's Calabrian bergamot, Sicilian lemon, pink pepper, Heart notes are pepper, Bulgarian rose, peppermint. Base notes are Indian sandalwood, Haitian vetiver, Indian patchouli, and lavandin. I got no clue what lavandin is, but all mixed together, it smells pretty damn good.
So good.
So, and a lot of folks, I don't know, I've got a weird way of describing stuff, and this literally smells like you're cruising the ocean at the barbershop. There's
awesome.
You get some of that wood in there. You get a lot of the spiciness from the peppers that I mentioned.
Sure.
There's like almost a touch of cinnamony to it. Peppermint comes out to play in it a little bit. So it's a really good, crisp, rounded barbershop.
That's awesome. And it sounds like it's a nice variation to where it's not going to be like every other barbershop. And that's the thing too is, everyone has their own interpretation of barbershop. Mm-hmm. You kind of have your classics, something that people know, but then you have other people do their takes on barbershop, and that gets exciting because then it kind of gives you a little more insight into that particular time period or that place you're trying to convey.
Yeah, and that's what for me it's a whole story, man. Just like you yourself, you don't want to be a one note kind of person, and I don't like my fragrances to be there. And this one's very, very well rounded out. A lot of good stuff in it. So I'm hoping a lot of folks are going to like this one. And again, I'll tell everybody it's going to be a lightly scented soap. Some folks aren't going to like that. Some are going to be fine with it. Buy the EDT. I follow mine up with the EDT and the frag that I got, and I'm perfectly fine with it. You're going to smell it when you're shaving it, and and enjoy it. So.
Well, which soap base is he using in this?
This one is the duck.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. That's a great base
too.
This
one is the duck mixture on this one. So when you look at the differences in the ingredients on this versus its normal soaps, it's got the stearic acid water, beef tallow, duck fat, potassium hydroxide, cocoa butter. This one has the menthol in it. Plus, he's got all the other good stuff in there. The coconut, shea, monkey balls, and a bunch of other stuff. So,
Uncle Cheese says, does it come in a beard oil?
What's that?
Will your scent be coming in a beard oil?
I do not think that they offer that. So, yeah, no. Right now we're looking at the soap, aftershave, fragrance, and there's a balm. And again, we've got alcohol and non-alcohol versions of the splash, and we've got the parfum, which is non-alcohol, so that can be shipped overseas. And then we have the EDT, which has the alcohol. Okay.
Stephen Gooch said, tell me about 1333. I don't know what he's referring to. Is he talking to you?
So, I probably should have got into the business and been my own artisan. But part of the fun for me and a lot of the folks that I've met over the years of doing this, I've been on several of the groups. I'm an admin on one of the groups, or actually two of the groups. And one of those that I am on is Old Cahaba. And it's a private group. We've got a couple hundred folks in there, really tight-knit group of folks. And Linda from Lakewood Soap Company, she's kind of another one of the I don't want to say fly under the radar or something, but she's just not really out there as much. And she's a smaller soap maker, but makes a really, really damn good product. And she did a soap for the group, and I really enjoyed it. And there's a scent that I really enjoyed on an older soap that I couldn't find anymore. And so what I did was I asked Linda to take and make it her own, put her spin on that. So what she came up with.
Heather.
Oh, there's Heather.
Sorry to say hi to Heather.
Yep. How are you doing, Heather? And also I saw Steve. He's Steve Shaves. He's on the Old Cahaba group as well.
Oh yeah. I've known him for a long time. Good guy.
Yeah. So, but anyway, the scent on 1333 is going to be sandalwood and bay. That's your two biggest ones. And I described it today. For me, being in Texas, we all, we have to be a cowboy. We don't have vehicles. We ride horses, and we live in dust. So, what I told somebody was, it makes me feel like I'm a cowboy that's at the barbershop at the coast, wishing I was a pirate. That's the way I describe that one.
That's the best description I've ever heard.
Yeah, and of course we were trying to come up with names for it, and we had a whole gamut of stuff, and like Billy the Blackbeard and all kinds of stuff, and we were laughing about it, but couldn't come up with anything. So what the 1333 actually came with, because I had messaged Linda about it, and I messaged her at 1:33 in the afternoon, and that's where the name came from. So it kind of stuck. So we called it at 1333. But,
that's pretty awesome.
That one's going to be released pretty soon. So Lakewood Soap Company, and it's a great stuff. It'll be in a balm and a soap. So
that's awesome. Well, guys, if you have any other questions you have for John, I appreciate you taking your time to come on and talk about this. And now I'm learning more about you that I didn't know as well. And that's also part of the fun of the interview. I get to learn more about people as well. So July 13th, your soap's coming out. And be picking it up in a menthol or a non-menthol version, 2 different versions with EDT as well. So looking forward to that. Anything else you want to add, John?
No, and don't forget, we got Maggards, Top of the Chain, and Pasteurs. All those guys will have their orders in, so they'll be putting it up. Look for it on the website, Murphy and McNeil. So we got 4 different places for everybody. There should be plenty of it to go around for everybody. And again, this whole thing is fun, and that's what it's going to continue to be. I hope everybody that gets it enjoys it. Even if it's not your favorite, I hope somewhere in there that you can pick a couple things out that you like, that you enjoy out of it. Well,
I'm already anticipating cleaning out a spot on these shelves back here to throw it up there. So
I've been eyeballing that shelf. There's a lot of good stuff up there.
If you don't want to look at my ugly mug, you can entertain yourself by looking at everything in the background. That's why it's there.
Right. Well, I'm one of those kind of squirrel. I can't ever keep attention going in one spot. So.
Well, John, this has been a pleasure. I appreciate it very much. Let's do this again sometime.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And, again, I hope everybody enjoys it, and a little bit more about the story behind it. Somebody's got a question, they can find me. I'm tagged in here, so come holler at me if you got any questions. And again, thanks. Appreciate it. Hope y'all have a
sounds good, John.
Evening, y'all.
It's a pleasure to have you on, and thanks again for your service as well.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Take care.
All right, take care. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. This has been great, talking about the new Murphy and McNeil release. I will talk to you later. Love y'all.